Hey guys, it's Joe Walker here. What the flipping hell is going on? In today's video, we are continuing the trend of learning flip tricks that you can learn without first knowing how to ollie. In the last video, I learned how to toe flip. If you haven't already checked it out, check it out using the iCard above. It could very well be your next flip trick in the bag. Today, however, we are learning the Bart flip, also known as the Old School Kickflip. But before we get into that and what the Bart flip is, the Old School Kickflip, we're going to warm up. I'm going to try and implement a toe flip into my warm up. Let's get into it. There we go guys, all warmed up, and I actually managed to land a couple of toe flips, which I'm really happy about. There is one thing I need to mention about the toe flip. So if you're in a position where you've learned how to kick flip and you're considering learning how to varial flip, or you're just starting to learn how to varial flip, definitely try the toe flip because it seriously helped me. The body movements of the toe flip are pretty much exactly the same for the varial kickflip. So my varial kickflips absolutely suck, but learning the toe flip has helped my footing and landing get a little bit more consistent, I've noticed, with my varial kickflips. So if you're learning how to varial kickflip, definitely consider giving the toe flip a try first. Right guys, we're going to try and land an old school kickflip. This is something I've never landed before. I'm going to be trying it stationary first because that seems like the way to go from the tutorial videos I've watched, and then maybe try getting one in motion. And if I land it today, I'll discuss foot positioning with you guys, so hopefully you guys can go away and learn it. Let's try and do some old school kickflips. There we go guys, first ever old school kickflip stationary on the flat ground. I'm going to try and do another one, two to make it true, and then I'm going to try and get one in motion. Let's do it. After I've done the flip, take note of my stance. You actually land this trick in switch or fakie. Really just depends how far forward you're pushing your momentum. I have a tendency to push my momentum way too far forward. So I'm actually landing on the nose, I'm landing it in fakie. But if you're doing the trick properly, once you've styled it up, you're actually landing in switch. So I'm just going to try some in motion, hopefully get a couple, maybe three, and then we'll talk about how to do the old school kickflip. Guys, the old school kickflip. I am now officially old school, getting old. 28. In skate years and dog years, that's like 106. Anywho, the old school kickflip, another flip trick to add to the bag. This one is definitely in the realms of easy beginner flip trick. You will be able to do this before the kickflip. It does take a good amount of commitment, but really no more than the practice step of literally standing with your toes under the board, flipping it and jumping onto it. So if you can do that motion, you can do an old school kickflip. If you can do it stationary, you can do it in motion. And it may well be the first flip trick that you learn. You may well learn it before the ollie. It's certainly easier than the ollie. I don't know why, there's just no resistance. There's no real like severe timing element of the back and front foot. It really is just all in one foot. And I think that's the difference between these tricks, the toe flip and the old school kick flip, and say like the ollie. The ollie is a toss-up between the back foot and the front foot. They have to work in unison with the upper body to be able to complete the trick. These tricks, the old school kick flip, the toe flip, it's just all in one foot, and then a very minimum body motion. This is literally like just jump to the left if you're regular, jump to the right if you're goofy. But enough rambling, let's get into the foot positioning and the practice steps in order to learn this trick. Right guys, I'm regular, so my left foot is my front foot. Now your front foot, you're going on a place about there, directly in the middle of the board, facing completely forwards and on the board. Not off the board so much that it tilts the board like so. Nicely, just perfectly on the board. A little bit lower than you would if you were sort of just pushing and riding. And all this foot is going to do is, once the back foot initiates the flip, it's going to rise, jump, and go back onto the board like so. Your back foot, you're going to want to have like so, with the arch of your foot kind of hugging the underside of the board. Kind of got that purchase, you can move the board, you feel like you can control the board like so. And then what this is going to do is a very simple flip. Together your feet are going to look like this, and I'm not going to lie to you, at first this is going to feel really awkward because literally no other trick is like this, but you'll get used to it. Just to stress, I'm regular, left foot is front foot, right foot is back foot. If you're goofy, just swap it around, and the flip is going to be doing the kickflip motion in the way it usually would. So for me this is this way, but your body is going to be landing in switch. So just to stress that again, the board is going to be doing the normal kickflip motion, but the body is going to be kind of turning the wrong way, if that makes sense, landing you in switch or fakie. Potential stumbling block that you're going to come across, which you guys probably noticed from me learning the old school kickflip, is your momentum, your body weight tends to be too far forward, landing you fakie and bouncing you forward off the board. Kind of avoids landing primo, so it's not too bad whilst you are learning the trick. And the way to really get around that is just really emphasize a jump more upwards and onto the board. So you kind of go up and on rather than with. So you don't want to be traveling sort of with the board, because unlike a kickflip that stays completely under you, the momentum of the flip with this one is going to move the board about a good foot to the side of you. So you want to go up and onto, that's up and onto the board. Other than that, it really wasn't too hard to put this trick together. It's just two things really: a nice, good, confident flick up with your back foot, and then a jump up and onto your board and roll away smooth. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and I really hope that you guys go out and try to learn the old school kickflip if you haven't already, especially if you're learning how to ollie or kickflip. If I had have known about the old school kickflip before I learned how to ollie and kickflip, I would certainly have learnt it first just to build my confidence more than anything. I'm not saying don't learn the ollie and don't learn the kickflip. You certainly need to put a lot of time, energy, effort and persistence into learning the ollie and the kickflip, and I would always encourage you to be doing that. But these are fun and they will build your confidence. So the old school kickflip is a real go-to if you're getting started with skateboarding. What tricks are you currently working on, guys? Will you be getting out there and learning how to old school kickflip? I want to say a huge thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.